I am here in New Zealand. There's Jess and Amy. We are waiting for our plane to go to Auckland. We're flying to Auckland to, I'm speaking tonight, third speaking engagement. This one is in Karaka. And then I'll be speaking tomorrow at the, what's it called? Huh? Tomorrow, what's the thing? No, Friday, what's it? The conference. I'm speaking at the conference. On Friday, and then Saturday we fly out to go to Lexington. So today, with the time change, there was a sale today in Ohio. I mentioned you guys, we had some horses we were looking at, and I held back one hip number I was really interested in, and we got that hip. We found another horse. The other horses that I had picked out all went for somewhat a little higher than I thought to a lot higher than I thought, and Danny O'Brien showed some great restraint in purchasing horses for us in Ohio today. So we ended up with, the horse I wanted was A Brother to Define the World by Man of Many Missions. This is an extremely good family. Obviously, for those of you that don't know, Define the World has a stake race named after him. He made $1.7 million, took America 151. Just a tremendous horse in his own right. And the second dam is Sirocco Spur? No, I forget the name of the horse. Anyway, the whole family is a pretty good family. And as most families are, you're going to have some bad horses in there and some good horses, but when you have the good horses as good as Define the World and such a nice looking horse, it's pretty hard not to be interested in that particular animal. I had mentioned to you guys before sales season started that we were probably going to end up with a bunch of Man of Many Missions because they're a little difficult to deal with. They've been good to us, a little difficult to deal with at times, and you know, with the Uncle Peters out there and a whole bunch of other new sires coming out, I thought that Man of Many Missions might lose some market share, and he did. So we ended up with Crazy Mission, Man of Many Missions colt, brother to Define the World. We ended up with this colt for $11,000 today in Ohio. Now, in his travels, Danny had mentioned to me that there was a nice filly he saw. She was on a softer list that I sent to him. Hey, maybe take a look at these horses. And the reason she was on a softer list was she was by a first-time sire, an off-the-beaten-path sire, a horse that probably didn't have the pedigree, or didn't have the resume to be a sire, but I knew this horse. I had won with him early in his 3-year-old year. He was a Muscle Hill out of a decent family, the same family we've seen a number of times before, where Andover Hall is down in the third dam, and a good family, good bloodline. Anyway, this colt, his name was Climb Higher. I won in 58 with him, and then I didn't get to drive him after that. I think we had horses in with him. This is a few years ago. Anyway, Blair Burgess had him. He ended up selling him. It looks like he sold him to Ben Bergeron, and it looked like he broke down. He only made maybe $50,000. He didn't do a whole lot. He was a good-looking colt, and I remember him very vividly. So when I saw this filly, she was by Climb Higher, I had to go back and see if this was the same horse. Maybe my memory was wrong, but it wasn't. It was the same horse. Now, the good thing about this filly in particular, her name's Susie K, number 55, I believe. The good thing about this filly is her mother. This is a first foal out of the mother. The mother had 23 wins, America 154, and $275,000 in the bank. First foal out of this mare. So here you have a sire by Muscle Hill, son of Muscle Hill, siring a good-looking filly. Go back and look at her video, or maybe I'll post it to you. Siring a good-looking filly with a first foal out of a mare who's accomplished a lot on the racetrack. So for me, another interesting way in, so to speak. Can Climb Higher be a sire? Who knows? Could be. These are the types of things that we're always looking for. So for me, $6,000 is all we had to pay for Susie K. So the Buckeye sale is kind of in a bad spot. It's after a big sale in Ohio, and it's right before Lexington. So it puts us in a tough spot. I didn't want to spend a lot of money there today, but I did want to have a serious look at some horses. We got a real good look at the 8, 7 that I picked out. A few other ones, kind of off the cuff, that Danny was looking at for us also. So we ended up buying one of those fringe yearlings, if you want. That was a very interesting purchase. And then I got the horse that we really wanted in the Ohio sale. We really wanted Crazy Mission, and we got him. We got him at a discount, $11,000. So all in all, TheStable.ca only spent $17,000 today, and I think we had some well-purchased animals. So that's the video for the Buckeye sale. I'm working on finishing up all the stuff for the Lexington sale. I have our picks now. horses we're looking at, the first ones we're going to look at, and who we're going to make decisions on very, very early when we get there with the camera on Monday. So, from where are we at? Christchurch. From Christchurch, New Zealand, and Ohio at the same time. 3 o'clock in the morning, I was watching the sale and talking to Danny on the phone. Had my headphones on so I didn't wake Amy up. I was watching the sale live and talking to Danny on the phone. We ended up making 2 great purchases, so Danny did a great job, and I think we made out like bandits today at the Buckeye sale. So for me, for Amy, for Jess, in Christchurch, boarding a plane right now to go to the North Island, going to Auckland, where I'm going to speak at Karaka, and then round out my trip speaking at the conference on Friday. I'll talk to you soon. I'll have another video for you for Lexington probably tomorrow. Take care.